As India celebrates Republic Day 2023 inside Business Africa, we have a special feature on the celebration incorporating interviews with the India High Commissioner to Nigeria in Abuja and the Consul General of India in Lagos, while key stakeholders, including CEOs of Indo-Nigerian conglomerates, speaks on their offerings while congratulating Indian nationals and Indian nation in this special. This is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Hello, a very good day to you and thanks for joining us. My name is Kenneth Odushola Stevenson and this is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Today's edition of the program is quite special. Special in the sense that we are celebrating a nation, probably one of the largest and oldest democracy in the world, India. In 1950, India drafted its own constitution, and on the 26th of January, the constitution was adopted and passed, and which brought about India being a sovereign state and a republic. But prior to that, in the 1947, to be precise, August 15, India obtained independence from the British rule and became a nation on its own. But it had to also do the needful by drafting its own constitution that would make it a sovereign state. And that necessitated that constitution being passed in 1950, 26th of January. So every year since then, India has continued to celebrate this important milestone. On Inside Business Africa today, like you may have heard on the highlight, we're going to be speaking with key stakeholders and also CEOs of major conglomerates that are Indo-Nigerian concerned in Nigeria. Take a listen.
The President's bodyguard now move away from the saluting base, and of course they will be back for the closing part of the ceremony to escort the Supreme Commander, the President of India, to her official residence, the Rashtrapati Bhavan. And it's time now for the parade to begin, from the crisp sounds of marching boots set to uplifting martial music, to strong, powerful words of command set to impeccable timing, from the soft sway of our unique camel contingents to the rumbling of our mechanized forces, from the rich tapestry of brilliantly composed tableaus to the rising roar of fighter aircraft. Our senses are in for a spectacular lineup, waiting in the wings literally.
अब कर्तव्य पथ पर मंजर बदलने वाला है। जमीन और आकाश दोनों तैयार दुनिया के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र के भव्य गणतंत्र उत्सव के लिए। भारत के गौरव को उमंग के रंगों में चमकते हुए देखिए। 74वें गणतंत्र दिवस समारोह में आज की परेड के परेड कमांडर लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल धीरज सेठ, AVSM, जनरल ऑफिसर कमांडिंग दिल्ली क्षेत्र, दूसरी पीढ़ी के सेनाधिकारी हैं। दिसंबर 1986 में इन्हें कमीशन प्राप्त हुआ। इन्होंने अगस्त 2022 में GOC दिल्ली एरिया का कार्यभार ग्रहण किया। आज की परेड के परेड कमांडर लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल धीरज सेठ। चक्र और अशोक चक्र से सम्मानित सलामी मंच के सामने से गुजरते हुए पहली बार कर्तव्य पथ पर दुनिया की प्राचीनतम नियमित सेना मिस्र की सेना का मार्चिंग और बैंड दस्ता। हमारा मेहमान देश मिस्र और इस दस्ते की कमान संभाली है कर्नल
mechanized columns. First detachment is of the main battle tank Arjun of 75 Armored Regiment, led by Captain Amanjeet Singh. State-of-the-art MBT Arjun.
हुआ क्विक रिएक्शन लड़ाकू वाहन 3 लद्दाख स्काउट रेजिमेंट के कैप्टन नवीन धत्तरवाल के नेतृत्व में ये वाहन आत्मनिर्भर भारत योजना के तहत
विजिबिलिटी काफी कम,
सभी अभी आप देख रहे हैं देवी और सज्जनों,
लेकिन फिर भी आज
माननीय
जिस शानदार गणतंत्र उत्सव के हम सब गवाह बने, वो हम सबको याद रहेगा, हमारी यादों में बसा रहेगा।
थल सेनाध्यक्ष
सीधे सपाट रास्तों में मोड़ कभी कभी बदलाव की धुरी बन जाते हैं। देश और व्यक्ति की यात्रा में सही मार्ग का चयन भविष्य तय कर देता है। हमें गर्व है कि हमने वक्त की उंगली को थामा है। अब विकास पथ ही कर्तव्य पथ है। गणतंत्र दिवस की अनेक शुभकामनाएं। जय हिंद।
Republic Day is the start of the Constitution. We had adopted the Constitution on 26th of January 1950. We got independence in 1947, and there was a Constituent Assembly which was formulated, which completed its writing of the Constitution for nearly 2 years. And by November 1949, they had completed the writing of the Constitution, and it was adopted on 26th of January 1950. India, I should say, has been the mother of democracy. We in our Puranas and in our Vedas and in other places also, which are ancient scripts which define Indian culture, Indian way of life and so on and so forth, democracy has always been a part of it, what we call as panchayat. So after independence, when we adopted the system of parliamentary democracy, the need to have a proper constitution, which is the basic law of the land, binding the work and the aspirations of the whole country, which was finally adopted on 26th January 1950, I am repeating. But that is the day that we celebrate as a mother of democracy, continuing to have the democratic traditions. And every year, this is we term it as the Republic Day, and we celebrate it in a big way. This is a proud moment for every Indian. For the past 75 years, as a democracy, India has been flourishing, growing, and ensuring that its citizens have the best life and constitutionally provided guarantees. So this is a celebration of democracy. Challenges, to repeat a cliche, challenges are opportunities for us to convert them and in favorably, mutually convenient. You have great potential, we have great potential, and both of us will have to come together. Cooperation is one of the most essential items in terms of success. And I'm very glad to say that I have never faced any challenge in respect of, from Nigerian side, in respect of the proposals that we have put in place, we have suggested and we are putting in place. Some of the things that we will have to address is also whether we would be in a position to have a currency swap agreement so that both our countries can start dealing, not entirely, but at least progressively in our own currencies in terms of various goods and services that we exchange. Whether it would be possible for us to get those foundational agreements done early. Apart from that, the legal agreements also, like the mutual legal agreement, assistance treaty, the extradition treaty, so on and so forth, which also form the basis of these things. We also have created a Nigeria-India Business Council to look at new areas, apart from the traditional areas in which Indian companies are working in Nigeria, manufacturing in various sectors, new areas of ICT, artificial intelligence, fintech, solar, renewable energy, so on and so forth. So these are ripe areas in which we would be able to cooperate. India has been growing steadily in the past about 2 or 3 decades continuously, around 8%, 6%, 9%, and so on and so forth. So we are very confident that with our growth, we would be in a position to share the same technological expertise that we have gained, and also the other experience of dealing with issues with Nigeria also. So these are some of the ways in which we would like to cooperate, and I'm very happy that I have found wonderful audience and acceptance of various proposals that have been brought onto the table. And I'm sure that with cooperation we would be able to achieve much more than what we have today.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Our founding document is inspired by the humanistic philosophy of the oldest living civilization in the world, as well as new ideas that emerged in more recent history. The nation will always remain grateful to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who headed the drafting committee of the Constitution and thus had a critical part in giving it the final shape. On this day, we should also remember the role of jurist B.N. Rao, who prepared the initial draft, and other experts and officers who helped in making of the Constitution. The national education policy appreciates the role of technology in expanding and deepening the learning process. As we have come to realize since the early days of COVID-19, technology offers life-changing possibilities. The Digital India Mission is striving to make information and communication technology inclusive by bridging the rural-urban divide. More and more people in far-flung places have been reaping the benefits of the internet and are receiving a variety of services provided by the government as the infrastructure expands. We have reasons to be proud of our achievements in the domain of science and technology. India has been among the handful of pioneers in space technology. The world has started to look at India with a new sense of respect. Our interventions in various world forums have started making a positive difference. The respect that India has earned on the world stage has resulted in new opportunities as well as responsibilities. This year, as you know, India holds the presidency of the Group of 20 Nations. With our motto of universal brotherhood, we stand our peace and prosperity of all. Thus, the G20 presidency is an opportunity to promote democracy and multilateralism and the right forum for shaping a better world and a better future.
पीछे आते हैं, हमें तड़पाते हैं, वो चिट्ठी आती है तो पूछे जाते हैं कि घर कब आओगे, कि घर कब आओगे, लिखो कब आओगे, कि तुमने ये घर सोना सोना है, मैं गया जहाँ भी।
India and Nigeria have very strong relationship, and our office started in Lagos in 1958, 2 years prior to the Nigerian independence. So that is why you also say that it dates back prior to the independence. And we Indian and Nigerians are accustomed to each other. There are many Indians who are residing in Nigeria, and I have spoken to many people who say that they have a Indian science teacher or Indian mathematics teacher. So there have been a people-to-people relationship. Thereafter, we had the formal relationship, bilateral relationship. We both are developing country, and we have a lot in common. We have the diversity in both the country. We have English as the prime language, and we belong from the south and south. So there has been a great bilateral relationship on bilateral level, regional level, and on multilateral forums like United Nations and on other bodies. I wish all Indian nationals to be peaceful and to prosper, especially in our consular jurisdiction in Nigeria. I would pray for them, and I wish them that they work for their opted country and they also work for their motherland.
Nigeria has come a long way working with India. We have number of areas where we work with India and we support Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians go to India and they are educated, they are in the medical field, they are in a number of areas. They also go for medical treatment, which is almost done immediately at a very low cost. It is not only that area, but I think Nigerians are more and more supported, including army is supported, training is supported, any technology that's required from India. We have a great relationship, and I'm very proud of it to say that yes, being in Nigeria, we are able to contribute towards the relationship and growth in Nigeria. We have invested huge sums of money. Our industries are larger. Why? Because we want to make it viable and economical. As I mentioned, we are most of the time, I think 85% of our raw material are local, except some of the raw material which are not actually manufactured here, we are not able to utilize. But the emphasis is given more and more to utilize local raw material. The focus is there, and I believe that by end of this year, we should be at 90% minimum, and our export growth is continuing, and it is working. However, yes, there are always challenges. You have a lot of challenges, but we have to overcome those challenges. We are worried about challenges, and I think we will never grow. And I am a believer that it's a great thing to have, to continue to grow. You have to focus any of the things. The difficulties will come, but that doesn't mean difficulties should deter you from growing together. This is part of life, and we have to take it as it is and go through. Let us be honest, let us work together, let's have a harmony, peace, And that piece is very, very important for all of us. Very, very carefully, we have to address relationship, and we should honor our relationship while living in Nigeria. Long live Nigeria. And I would say it's a beautiful day to celebrate and mention our Indian flag. Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata.
Yes, so we're very proud of the impact we've had here in Nigeria. Of course, not least with the several thousands of people that are employed and directly benefiting from the operations of the company. We have made sure that we only bring products to market which are enhancing for the consumer and for every man on the street. So we've worked on specifically sustainable packaging and improving the experience of every consumer.
Thank you, sir.
Well, of course, I'd like to congratulate everyone on this Republic Day. I would like us to remember why we have a Republic Day. It's, of course, the time that we created a constitution that would serve the people of the nation. I think that that is not a static thing. Things are changing with the way people are growing, with technology that is changing the way everybody interacts and goes about their daily business. So in that respect, our constitution, our rule of law, our culture must continue to change, and we should do this in a collaborative way. We have so much to learn from each other as we share so many similarities. So we continue to have an open dialogue and work together to improve our relations, but also the benefit of all mankind.
I'm the MD of Securus Insurance Brokers. Based on my business, the input or the business relationship between Nigeria and India can be fostered is we bring in technical expertise from India in terms of insurance. In terms of insurance, India is much mature market compared to Nigeria. So we try to bring in products, ideas from India and try to market it to this, our local market here. And also what we are doing as Securus Insurance Brokers is basically we are safeguarding the risks of business in Nigeria. So if you are a business owner and you have a risk of maybe having a hazard of fire, flood, theft in your company, in your house, in your property, in your premises, we as insurance industry, we cover that risk. So that helps the businesses not to collapse after an unfortunate incident. That's what we do. My message is simple. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
It's been an awesome presentation presenting this special edition of Inside Business Africa, talking precisely about Indian Republic Day 2023. And you heard it from some of the stakeholders, from the High Commissioner, from India to Nigeria, and also from the Consul General, from the CEO of Sona Group of Industry, and many of these professionals, and also business and entrepreneurs that have been speaking on the Indo-Nigeria relationship, and also which date back to so many years. And to be precise, in the last couple decades, Indian investments in Nigeria has gone beyond $19 billion, and is still going on. And therefore, Indo-Nigeria relationship can only go stronger. And don't forget, in the coming G20 meeting holding in India, Nigeria has been invited. We'll keep you updated on these particular milestones and also this important information. It's been Kenneth Odushola Stevenson presenting Inside Business Africa. Thank you again for watching, and congratulations to all the Indian nationals and Indian nation on the celebration of the Republic Day 2023. Thanks for watching.